I've changed how I put my feet to the golf ball. So when I'm looking down at my feet, they look a lot different this week than they did last week. And the difference is huge. It's actually allowed me to get through the golf ball a lot better with my driver and with my irons. So therefore, leading to longer, straighter shots. Now, we're going to look at driver and irons. There are simple little tweaks that I use out on the golf course between them to help me achieve my best scores. Let's get into the video. First things first, I just want to share with you the way I stand to the golf ball with my driver before we get into this feat. Okay, I use these little tweaks. So, with my driver, because I want my right shoulder to be a little bit lower to help me hit up on the golf ball, I always go in with my right hand on the club. I just feel like this allows me to get this angle set really easy, really quickly, and if you have things that become part of a routine, you don't have to think about them as much, and we all know, right? Thinking about too much out on the golf course is definitely our biggest error. Okay, so with my driver, I go right hand on first, get that right shoulder low, then I'm in, I'm set. If you're left-handed, it would just simply be the opposite way around. Okay, quickly, look at this with the iron. I simply just do the opposite. We want our shoulders a little bit more level. So what I do here is, I get my left hand on the golf club first, gets my shoulders to be a little bit more level, and now I stand to the golf ball. Really easy, really simple. In fact, just look at the screen right now, right? Look at the simple routine that I use with my driver on the right side of the screen, and look at the simple routine I use with my irons here on the opposite side of the screen. This is the best way to get the perfect setup. Okay, now you've got that covered, this is all you need to know about these feet and the importance of them in your setup. Right, so let's just set up to this driver again. The feet motion is slightly different, as I said at the start, between your irons and your driver. Okay, so let's set up to this golf ball. Now I'm going to set up to where I started out, right? With my toes sort of pointing straight back towards the golf ball. And if I sort of put the T-pegs down to sort of point where my big toe is on each of my feet. Right, have a look at this, come a little bit closer here. And this is the importance, this is the significance. So come on, really do stick with this. I know this is new information for a lot of us. So look at my hips here, right? If I try and move my hips, look how much motion I get, okay? Now some of us will get more than me. Mine's not great, but my point being, it feels really quite restricted, okay? We want in the golf swing to be a lot more open, a lot more firing with these hips, right? It's everything we hear. Just to prove that, have a look at these golfers on the screen. We've got Rory McIlroy at Impact, Dustin Johnson, and Annika Sorensen. All top players all have their hips open at Impact. So the tweak I want you to make in your stance that will give you the huge difference is, nice and simply, go and grab yourself another tee and 2 golf ball widths away on your front side, put another T-peg in. Now point your big toe at that T-peg. Look at the difference in my hip mobility now. Look how much more open I can get through the golf ball. Now, this is exactly how you're going to unlock your hips. Look at this from the player cam perspective. If I just move my toes from where they were to where they want to go, where they were to where they want to go, it is really a simple tweak that has a massive impact on your game. Okay, enough talking, let's hit one away. Look at that drive. Now, the little tweak between our irons and our driver, and by the way, I should have said at the start, I can't take credit for this video. This is all about Ben Hogan, and I know a lot of you have commented recently about my feet and how I stand, and it really does help. Like, don't get too progressive with it, but it really, really does help. So the difference I have between my irons and my driver, let's think about this logically. Our iron doesn't go as far, or don't hit it as hard, let's say, as our driver. So we went 2 golf balls turned out with our front foot with our driver. Let's just go 1, okay? I like 1 because I feel like then I've got a solid left side to hit up against. With driver, I feel like we don't, it needs to be solid, but I feel like I want to fire the hips a little bit more. So this is 2 golf clubs. As you look down from player cam, you're going to see the difference of just 1 golf ball, and then we hit it away. Look at that strike again. It does just free you up. Thanks so much for watching. I know this will give you some great ball striking, just like those two.